Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Sold Separately. Today we're going to take a look at a product by Atari. The product? The Atari Flashback 2. The Flashback 2 is the second console, if you will, released in the Flashback lineup. The first one was released based on the 7800 and it really wasn't that good. This one's based on the 2600 and it is pretty good. It has 40 built-in games with titles such as Centipede, Outlaw, Combat, River Raid, and many more. So let's take a closer look at the system and check it out. So let's start off by showing you what you get when you purchase the item. You obviously get the console, you get two joysticks which feel exactly like the original 2600 controllers and actually are a little bit more sturdier. You get the AC adapter, and since we're in the 21st century now, we actually get some RCA cables instead of the old RF system. As you can see, the unit is based off the original 2600 look. It doesn't have the toggle switches, but it does have push buttons instead, which actually feel pretty good. It does also incorporate a color to black and white switch, just like the original did, which is a pretty cool throwback. It doesn't have a cartridge slot, but a couple years ago I actually had the privilege to meet the designer, and the original plans did have a cartridge slot incorporated. However, due to production costs, Atari thought it would be best to leave it out. For those of you who are into modding your consoles, there is a way to actually put a cartridge slot in the Flashback 2. For more info on this, visit atarimuseum.com/fb2hacks. For a real quick comparison, I'm going to show you what the original 2600 looks like when put next to the Flashback 2. As you can see, the Flashback 2 is definitely dwarfed by the original. But like I said earlier, it definitely carries over that classic retro feel that the original has. So let's take a look and see how some of the games work. The Flashback 2's hardware is basically a reproduction of the original 2600 hardware. This means that the games are pretty much spot on. There are a couple glitches here and there, but they're nothing really drastic. There have been a couple revisions that were released of the system that did fix some of these issues. Also, in addition to the classic games, there are a number of prototype games and even a homebrew incorporated into the system. Now, the system unfortunately didn't come with paddle controllers, but if you have your original 2600 ones and you plug them into the system, you'll actually unlock two hidden games, Super Breakout and Warlords. A secret code does have to be entered when trying to unlock these paddle games. So can I really recommend the Flashback 2? Yeah, it's actually pretty damn good. While it doesn't include the cartridge slot, which would have been awesome, the 40 games included are definitely worth your while and are good. And if you're a die-hard Atari fan, you can always modify the console and put that cartridge slot in it. Well, that wraps up this episode, and until next time, guys.